Hey there, I'm Danica. This is Yoga with Danica, and today is all about a fun, undo the day yoga practice. You'll need 2 yoga blocks, and that's it. Make your way onto your mat and let's get started. So you can place your 2 blocks up towards the top of the mat. We won't need them until a bit later. And then find a comfortable seat for yourself. Sitting up nice and tall. You can close the eyes or open them, whatever works for you. Just take 2 mindful breaths to arrive here in the moment. And then blink open the eyes. So we're going to start by extending just the right leg out on a diagonal and bring the left foot to the right inner thigh. So try to ground down evenly through both sitting bones and don't lock this knee. Find a little bit of buoyancy or even bend the knee a lot if that helps. We're going to slide the right hand down the right leg all the way down towards the foot. Doesn't need to grab the toes, it's all good. But we're going to rotate the chest open towards the center and then flip the palm up so that we have that outer rotation of the upper arm bone and shoulder. So rib cage is twisting open and then arm bone is twisting back. And then we're breathing here into the left side of the body. And if this feels like it's doing a lot, you have a lot of sensation in the rib cage and around the sides of the body, stay here, just continue with this. Or if you want to take it further, you can lift the left arm up and then drape it over the head. And if you're super flexible, you might even be able to reach for the right toes with your left hand. It's not in the cards for me. I don't know if it ever will be. That's okay. And then you're just going to mindfully breathe into the rib cage on the left side of the body. Try to keep the heart open. You're twisting the heart open. Take 2 more breaths. And on your next exhale, you're just going to very slowly begin to rotate the heart down towards the leg. So you're facing the extended leg. Again, remember to keep a little buoyancy in that knee. Extend up and out of the hips as you're reaching your heart towards your toes. Deep breath in. And exhale out. We're going to bring the right hand out, kind of like a kickstand. And then the left hand is going to grab a hold of the outside of the calf or the outside of the right foot, left hand, right foot. Again, extending out from the hips and then very slowly twisting towards the right. So paying close attention to that space underneath of the left shoulder blade. Wherever your attention goes, your energy flows, so just breathe into that place. Lengthen the spine again, and then maybe just for the last breath, twist a little bit deeper. Very gently undo the twist, and then roll your way up into your seat, facing the center. Deep breath in and out. Switching sides, right foot comes in, left foot extends out. Right foot's to the left inner thigh. And then we're going to rotate so that we're facing the center of it all. And then we're going to slide the left hand down the left leg and then rotate the palm to face up. Rotate the rib cage to face out. And our sides of our bodies are different, so check in with what you need on this side. Maybe it's stickier than the last side, and you can stay here. Or you can lift the right arm up and over and drape it over the head. So this is a kind of an intense stretch that we don't find ourselves in throughout the day. So notice if your instinct or maybe habit is to let your chest cower in. If that's the case, then don't lift the arm up. Keep that rotation of the rib cage. So this rotation of the rib cage is really helping us to find a little bit more mobility in the spine, in the upper spine. Just take 2 more breaths in whatever version you find yourself in. And then you'll very gently rotate to face the extended leg. Extending up and out of the hips. And then we're going to grab a hold of the outside edge of the calf or the foot. Left hand out like a kickstand. Extend and twist. Try to keep that left knee buoyant, not locked. And then feel into that place underneath the right shoulder blade. Breathe. Take your time with your breath. Extend the spine, maybe twist a little bit deeper. Last breath in and out. You'll release and roll up to seated. Deep breath in and out. Bring the soles of the feet to touch. Have them close to your body or far away from your body. Just feel into what feels good for you right now. And then come more towards the front of the seat, so you're tilting your pelvic bowl forward. Leading with the heart, fold forward. Only going as far as you can until you feel your spine start to round. We want to maintain just a little bit more length here. See if you can relax the knees down towards the ground, even if it's a millimeter. Deep breath in and out. And then you're going to let your spine round a lot. And just let your head hang heavy. And breathe into the muscles around the spine. Last deep breath in and out. In the inhale, we'll lift you back up, walking the hands in towards the body. Cross the ankles. Let's go ahead and roll over onto the shins. Make your way into a tabletop on all fours. Spread the fingers wide. Curl the toes under. And we're going to inhale, draw the heart down, forward, and through the arms, coming into a cow pose. Exhale, press the ground away, round the spine, crown of the head, tailbone pointing towards the ground. And just a few more rounds like that with your own rhythm of breath. and then coming back to a tabletop. Let's grab a hold of those blocks. So we're going to take this one block down further on its lowest setting, and then this one up here is going to be for our hands. So this might look tricky to get into, but I believe in us. So we're going to bring our right foot forward, coming into a lunge, and this back block is going to come right above your kneecap at the bottom of your thigh. So it's not going to be right on your kneecap, it's above it, and it's going to look like this. You place the bottom of the thigh there on the block, and then you can use this top block for your hands. And I would keep the back toes curled under for this version. And then you can really let that front knee bow out away from the mat, if that feels good. You can stay on your hands, or you can drop down onto the forearms. And just take a couple breaths. Coming back onto the hands if you're not already there. Place the left hand down on the ground on the very edge of the mat, and then walk the right foot over to the very edge of the right side of the mat, and then lift the right arm up, or maybe bend the elbow, bring the hand to the base of the skull, and lean your head back into your hand. Let that front knee bow out and your hips sink down. One more breath. And then you'll very gently undo the twist, come back to center. We're going to sink our hips back towards our back foot, coming off of that back block. And then grab a hold of them, place them on either side of the extended leg. Extend out of the hips as you reach your heart towards your toes. And then fold to whatever degree you want. Slide the right hip back a couple inches, left hip comes forward so they're in the same alignment with each other. On your next inhale, we're going to start to transition back into that lunge, so you can bring your blocks up forward. And you can keep the back knee down, or you can lift it if that's just what you prefer. You can keep your hands on the blocks, or bring them to the knee. Or bring them to your hips, and let your hips sink down, anchor the tailbone down as you lift the heart, lean back. Maybe lift that right arm up in line with the ear as you keep lifting your gaze up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, we'll lower it all back down. Shift the weight back, slide the front foot back. Move the blocks back up to the front. Bring the knees just a little bit wider than the hips, and then take the hips around in a really big circle. You can uncurl the toes or curl them, whatever works. When you're ready, second side. You know the drill. We're going to bring the left foot forward this time. You can go ahead and place your hands on the block. This back block is going to be at the bottom of the thigh, top of the kneecap, not on the kneecap. You know. And then you can let your knee bow out away from you if that gives you more sensation. I would recommend having the back toes curled under. And then find the version that works for you here on this side. You can stay on your hands or you can drop down onto your forearms. Just be here for a few breaths. And then you'll make your way back onto your hands if you're not already there. And put the right hand down on the ground on the very edge of the right side of the mat. Walk the left foot over to the very edge of the left side of the mat. And then lift that left arm up. And you can keep your arm extended or you can bend the elbow. Place it at the base of the skull and then lean your head back into your hand. Breathe. Undo the twist when you're ready. And very slowly make your way off of that block. Place both blocks on either side of the leg, extend it out long. Extend out of the hips as you reach your heart towards your toes. Slide the left hip back in line with the right hip. So the left hip moves back, right hip moves forward. Fold to whatever degree your little heart desires. On your next inhale, begin to make your way back into that lunge. You can have both blocks framing the front foot, if that works for you. Or you can place your hand on your knees, your hands on your knee. Or you can bring your hands to your hips, extend the tailbone long towards the ground, and then keep lifting your gaze up towards the sky, maybe even extending the left arm up so the upper arm bone is in line with your ear. Keep leaning back, stretch up and out of the hips, lean back. Inhale, and then exhale, float the arms down, shift the weight back. Bring the blocks with you, place them on the lowest level. Knees are going to come as wide as mat, toes touch. We're going to sink our hips back into a child's pose with the option to use your blocks here if you want. Place the elbows on the block. Palms touch. And then you can either bring your forehead to the blocks or you can bring it all the way down to the mat. You can keep your hands up towards the sky or you can lower them down towards the back of the head and neck. Just take 3 more breaths here. And in your own time, you'll make your way back up into a tabletop. So I have one more fun pose for us to try. You can set your blocks off to the side for now. I have some options, so we're all in this together. So we're going to bring our right foot forward into that marriage proposal stance. And then sink down into your lunge again. Curl the back toes under. Just getting a really nice stretch through the hip flexors. And then reaching that left arm up. I'm sorry, with the right arm up. And then we're going to back out of that lunge a bit. And here's where it gets super interesting. You're welcome to go back into that lunge and just work on lifting the heart and opening up in the thoracic spine. If you want to take it a bit further, we're going to bring that left hand to the left foot and then extend the right arm up in line with the ear and then rotate the chest open towards the sky. Sink down into your lunge. It might just be a millimeter, but give it a try. Deep breath in and out. We'll rotate the heart back towards the side again. Use the inhale to lift you up. And then we'll bring that left hand to the ground, come back into our lunge. Right arm reaches up towards the sky, twist. Exhale, come back to center. Bring the right foot back. Just take a couple of hip circles. And then we'll come back up onto our knees. Left foot comes forward this time. First option is to sink down into your lunge and just work on that left arm extending as you keep lifting the heart and finding that mobility in the upper spine right behind the chest bone. If you're up for it, you can take it a bit further. Reach your right hand towards your right heel. Then lift the left arm up. Then rotate the heart open towards the sky. And then maybe lunge a little bit. Deep breath in. We'll come back to face the side. Use the breath in to lift up. And then rotate that right hand comes down to the ground. Lunge twist. Undo the twist, come back to center. Slide that foot back. Sit back on the heels. Close the eyes for a moment. Notice what you feel, how you feel, the content of your thoughts, how you're speaking to yourself. And celebrate whatever version you did. It's perfect. When you're ready, we'll make our way all the way down onto our backs. Yay! Knees bent. Cross the right ankle over the right knee, the right ankle over the left knee. Goodness gracious. Stay here, just work on that energetic motion of the right knee pressing away from you, left knee drawing towards you, or you can physically draw your left knee towards you. Interlace the fingers behind the left thigh and press the right knee away with the right elbow. And you can extend the leg if you want. Take the left ankle around in some circles, both directions. Or you can just let it dangle and just work on drawing it in towards the body, just until you feel sensation. Remember to breathe. 2 more breaths here. Then you'll release the leg down and then draw the right knee in towards the side of your body, and maybe, if it's okay, extend the left leg long. And you can stay here with the knee drawing in with your hands around your shin, or you can grab a hold of the outside edge of the foot and just lift the sole up towards the sky to whatever degree it's willing to go until you feel sensation. So you can open the knee out or bring it further in. Endless options. You'll release the foot if you got it, but keep the right knee in. We're just going to cross it over the body into an asymmetrical twist. You can let the knee fall towards the ground. It's okay if it doesn't touch. And then extend the right arm back behind you with the palm facing up. Take one more breath here. Bring it all the way back to center. Bend both knees again, then lift and lower the hips a couple times just to readjust the spine. And then we'll take the second side, crossing the left ankle over the right knee, and then choosing your version here. You can stay here or draw the right knee in, extend the right leg or not, circle the ankle. I just recommend doing that no matter what version you take. We almost always need to mobilize these ankle joints. Just a couple of breaths. And we'll lower the right foot down. Hug the right knee in and extend the left knee in and extend the right leg long. I do not normally have this much trouble with my right and my left. It's just one of them days. So you can stay here. Remember, our sides of body are different. Stay here. Or grab a hold of the outside edge of the foot and lift it up. We're going to cross the left knee over, coming into our asymmetrical twist. Comes towards the ground, then the left arm extends long back behind you with the palm facing up. And breathe. Take one more deep breath in and out. And then very gently undo the twist, coming onto your back. Bring the soles of both feet to the floor, lift and lower the hips again. Bring the feet as wide as the mat and let your knees just tint in towards each other, coming into a constructive resting pose. I will leave you here, but before I do, let's just simply take 3 deep breaths together to close our practice. Empty the breath out. Deep breath in through the nose. Fill up the whole body. At the top of your inhale, take in just a bit more air. And then open mouth exhale, let it go. Drawing the navel all the way to the spine to completely exhale it all out. And then take your next deep breath in through the nose, filling up the whole body. At the top of your inhale, taking in a bit more air. And then open mouth exhale, let it go. Drawing the navel all the way to the spine. And then deep breath in through the nose, fill up the whole body. At the top of your inhale, take in a bit more air. Open mouth exhale, sigh it out. I hope you're able to take a couple more minutes here in your Shavasana resting pose for yourself. So much gratitude from me to you for showing up, sharing your practice with me today. Thank you so much. Namaste.